If you receive data like this regularly, you may want to set up a template that automatically extracts the information you want, in this case here, and leaves behind the unnecessary information. In another section, we showed you how to do it using the tool, the auto filter. But now, how can we achieve the same thing, effectively deleting or removing these rows using formula? So as always, the first thing with cleaning up data is to somehow figure out what rule can we use that shows us the data we don't want and the data we do want. Now looking at this data, the one thing that seems to be the most consistent is that the data we want has dates in this column. Then you'll see there's some words, and then there goes dates again. So the first thing we're going to do is create a check to see are these dates or not. Now dates, you should be aware, are numbers, and in Excel there's a formula called isNumber. So we're going to go look for the function isNumber, and I'm going to tell Excel to please check whether whatever's in that cell is a number. We can copy it all the way down. And you'll see there's a variety of falses and trues. Now I'd prefer these to be zeros and ones. And the way to get Excel to do that is just in front of the isNumber, I'm going to put 2 negative signs. Just Control Enter. So we've now got zeros for items that we want to remove and ones for items we want to keep. Now that we've got this, I'm just going to create a formula here. I'm going to create a sum formula, and I'm going to tell it to sum from A1 to A1. So just sum that cell, but I'm going to put dollar signs on the first one so that as we copy it down, you'll see it grows longer and longer. And what we've got is wherever there's something we want, you'll see it grows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets to 10, and then it stays on that number until we get to the next section we want. Over here, I've just set up a little space where we can capture this information. Normally, this would be on a separate sheet. What I'm going to use is a function called VLOOKUP. So the first thing I'm going to say, what is the lookup value? So I'm going to point over here. I'm going to say look up the ones. I'm just going to put a dollar sign on the letter. Where must Excel look for the ones? It must go and must use column B and look in that entire area. I'm going to put my dollar signs on as well. The column index number, I'm going to say look up here. So I've just created it up here. Put the dollar signs on the 1, just so that when I copy it across, it looks at column 2, 3, 4, etc. And the range lookup, I'm going to say false. So I want it to find the exact match. I'm going to copy it, paste it. I'll just paste it as values for now. And what you'll notice is that it's pulled through only the relevant data. So how does it do it? Well, for the ones, it's easy. It goes here, finds the number 1, and then pulls through the relevant data. When it gets to 10, it comes here, finds the first one it sees, and pulls that information. Because of the way we've set it up with the false, find an exact match, once it's found the 10, when it looks for 11, it skips all of these, and then pulls through the 11. So as a result, you've now got a clean section of data, which you can then copy and paste as values or do what you need to do. You will notice there's a couple of things we did do though. So these helper cells we've built on the left, and that's just because of the constraint of VLOOKUP. If you use something like index and match, then you wouldn't need to do that.